All right, so many people have asked me about this October 13th, 14th scenario that's going on, and there's a couple things I want to talk about. One is that there is definitely a plan to have a mock UFO invasion or, uh, to create a false flag operation on the books. This was actually preempted by the more benevolent ETs, and it's being preempted all over the world. So there are a lot of sightings all over the world, and it's actually preempting this other plan. And I would strongly advise people, whenever you hear the word invasion or anything negative about ETs coming here to invade or do something, harmful to humanity, the Earth, I would strongly use extreme discernment with this, ET invasion scenario, because that's not going to happen. Basically, the negative ETs have been here for a long time. They've had their run. Their time is up. The scepter's been passed to the Pleiadians, the higher dimensional beings, the Sirians, the Andromedans. There's an Orion Council of Light. So the more benevolent factions are all coming in right now. The Divine Intervention Program, Prime Directive, some people call it, is done. They are coming in. There's a hands-on operation going on, and you're going to see the fruits of this coming very fast. There's huge waves of energy. The Earth, the humanity and the Earth are being awakened. There's a vibrational lifting and awakening. The entire planet is undergoing this. And so what you're going to see is everything of a lower vibrational nature, the anger, the greed, the tyranny, the profit at any expense, that whole program, the beast they call it, is going down. It can't sustain itself in these new frequencies. So basically, you're either going to, shift happens. You're either going to make the shift or you're not going to make it. And it's all about frequency. Your frequencies are determined by your attitudes and emotions and beliefs in the world in which you live. And if you live in harmony with each other and the planet, you're in a really good space. If you think you're separate from humanity and nature and you're operating from this ego mind and you're profiting at the expense of humanity and nature and moving in that direction, you're going to have an experience, basically, and that is seeing the demise of your program, because that program's coming to a close. But anyway, it's a natural flow. It's an evolutionary flow. Those that don't evolve and move with this flow will remove themselves. It's love heals. It doesn't attack. It heals. It raises the frequency. We attack ourselves by choosing not to align with love. It's that simple. But the whole planet, this whole solar system, this whole universe is shifting. It's shifting and moving, changing, evolving. It's evolving back closer to the source. And you can have either devolution and take the downward spiral and just completely crash, or you can have evolution and take the upward spiral. And you can live in harmony with each other and the planet and continue to evolve with a closer relationship with Creator, creation, God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. So basically, it doesn't matter what culture you are, it doesn't matter what religion you are. There are basic universal principles that are necessary for a healthy society and environment, and it's important that we start aligning with this and becoming one with this and acting on this. Make it a part of your daily life. This shift process that we're going through, this awakening healing process, is exponential. It's getting stronger and stronger. There's waves of energy coming through. And you need to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, on every level. There's no level that's not going to be touched by these frequencies. So it's very important to release the past, let go of any old wounds and traumas and wrong conclusions from past experience. Allow yourself to move into a state of forgiveness, a state of gratitude, and allow these energies to flow through you in all that you do. You're going to be extremely tested in these areas. The whole planet is being tested. Those who cannot align with these new frequencies, again, will be topsoil for the next generation. That's just the way it is. A lot of people didn't like that comment, but hey, I didn't do it. Everybody did it to themselves. So anyway, I'm doing all I can to help people in this process, help people understand this process. The benevolents are in charge now. The old guard, the old program of separation, againstness, profit at any expense, reckless greed is being exposed. It's going down. Its time is up, and you're going to see this all being exposed. And it's up to each individual to decide, are you going to stand in your integrity? Are you going to rise to the occasion? Are you going to walk as a sovereign being? Are you going to live in harmony with each other and nature? You know, where are you going to go with this? Because if you choose to go against this process, everything will be self-inflicted. This process loves you. It loves everyone equally. But we create our own karma, we create our own reaction by going against this process. And there's nothing that doesn't go unrecorded or unseen or unheard. Nothing. So anyway, my suggestion is focus on love, joy, and bliss. Become it. Focus on the heart. Get out of the mind. Your heart is your connector. Your soul sits right here. It's connected to the source. Your mind is a distractor most of the cases. It distracts you. So do whatever practices that put you back into the heart. There was a great one here, Yeshua ben Joseph. Some know him as Jesus. Actually, Jesus means son of Zeus. The Greeks gave him that name. But basically what he said is love God with all your heart and soul, and love your neighbors yourself. It's that simple. That's all you need to know. It's love is the manifesting force behind all creation. It's the most powerful force in the universe. When you allow the Creator's love to flow through you and all that you say and do, then you're operating as a Christ, where God knows himself to be man and man knows himself to be God, or man-woman. So when I say man, I cover both genders in that. It's more of mankind, or maybe a he-she program or something, whatever you want to make out of that. But anyway, the divine feminine is pressing hard. It's taking down all this old patriarchal energy. All this separation, greed, and program is coming to a close, and we're going to start operating as one big cosmic family here in the future. There's going to be a lot of changes in this process, a lot of cleanup. So be sure and listen to that flow. Go within, make your own personal creator connection, God connection, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Listen and act on the information. You know, we've got to start acting on our own inner guidance. That's the bottom line. So anyway, signing off. Have a great day. Focus on love, joy, and bliss until you become it. That's the ultimate teaching.